Oh, it's just great. This is just great. Let me just get some light in here. So, hello. You know, advanced algorithms is definitely my favorite subject this term. Because it's just, I like these lectures. I like these lectures. So much fun. Okay, so let me tell you. Or maybe I should sit down because the light is going down. Yeah, okay. So, yesterday, in the lecture yesterday, it was fun already because we discussed range minimum queries. So that's basically you have an array of data and then you have one start index I and an index j, and you want to know at which index the lowest element between those indices is. So, and if you got this index, then you can just look up the item in the array. Anyway, so range minimum queries. First solution that he presented took order n, so linear time to pre-process, also order n space, and had log n query time. But log n query time is still like, yeah, binary search kind of. So we came up with solution 2, which took n log n preparation time and space, but therefore had constant query time. And that's sometimes what you want. And then we took that solution and applied it to itself. Because there were like sub-arrays that you had to perform a range minimum query on. And so if on those sub-arrays you use the solution you just had, you can get to n log n preparation time and space. You can continue doing that, but you blow up the constants, so in practice you don't want to do that. So we stick with n log n. And today we discussed the lowest common ancestor, which did not seem like a related problem, but it is. Because you can solve it using range minimum queries. Lowest common ancestor, in case you're interested, but you're probably not because you don't understand anything I say anyway, is you have a tree, and given two of the elements in the tree, you want to know which element is the lowest common ancestor. So not like the tree has depth, and if you have two elements in the tree, they have ancestors, like those they have. If you go up the tree from the element to the root, those elements which they have in common are their common ancestors, and then the lowest common ancestor is of course the one at the highest depth. Okay, now those two problems are related because you can solve it, the lowest common ancestor, by using range minimum queries, by just go from the root, going all the way down, depth first search, writing down all the elements, and also writing them when you go back up. And in this array that results from that, you can then perform a range minimum query, and by doing that, you can map it back, and that's equivalent to solving the lowest common ancestor. Anyway, not so important. The cool thing is that you can then solve the lowest common ancestor also in order n log n preparation time and space, and also constant lookup time, query time. So that's cool. But what's even cooler is because this array that you performed the range minimum query on is from a special kind, like you always just go up or down in the tree for one level, so every following element is plus or minus 1 of the previous element. So it's a special kind of array. And with that, you can have a range minimum query a special version, the +-1 range minimum query, which actually runs in linear preparation time. So you can also run the lowest common ancestor in linear preparation time and linear space and constant query time. But then comes the best thing. You can solve the range minimum query by using the lowest common ancestor. So you can solve range minimum query in order and preparation time and order and space and constant lookup time. So basically what we have is we solve the general range minimum query by lowest common ancestor problem, and we solve that by a special form of range minimum queries. That's just mindfuck. But yeah, it's so interesting. At least to me, it might not seem interesting to you, but that's cool. And I like learning that stuff. As he said, he's not about, or he wants to give us a few tricks in algorithms. It's not so much about the algorithms themselves, but it's about the tricks that they use. Because sometimes in computer science, you get to a problem and you can't solve them with the standard things like divide and conquer and dynamic programming, and so you need to have a toolkit where you have some tricks in it, and then also solve these kinds of problems. And it's really cool. Like I like the lecture. I like advanced algorithms. We will see if I still like it after the exam. But yeah, I definitely like the lectures. And the lecturer is always funny and enthusiastic. And I like that about lecturers. Yeah, okay. I hope this vlog was not too boring for you. Because I don't expect you to understand what I said. After all, it's computer science stuff. And I don't know how many of you actually understand computer science stuff. I think there are some of you subscribed, but then again, I have no idea who actually watches these videos, so whatever. I was really like enthusiastic about this now, so I wanted to share. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's that. Range minimum queries and lowest common ancestors. Computer science. Yeah, there's a reason to why I study computer science. It is interesting. It is fun. Right. Okay. So, still you should make your backup. Because we're not at that point in computer science where everything is in the cloud anyway, then you don't need to worry about making backups anymore. But until we get to that point, make your backup. And I will talk to you tomorrow.